Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you the next project for the Apba Classics channel. And that's going to be the Diamond Gem set of the Negro Leagues as produced by Strat. This will be an 8-team tournament, and it'll be handled in best-of-3 series. The first series is the 1922 Indianapolis ABCs against the 1938 Kansas City Monarchs. Teams in the tournament by way of their seedings are number 1, the Kansas City Monarchs, number 2, the 1931 Homestead Grays, number 3, the 1945 Cleveland Buckeyes, then the 1944 Birmingham Black Barons. 5th seed is 1936 Pittsburgh Crawfords, 6th, the 1924 Hilldale Daisies, 7th, the 1916 Chicago American Giants, and 8th are the 1922 Indianapolis ABCs. This year is the 101st year of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum celebration year, and to celebrate the 101st anniversary of the Negro Leagues, the Negro League baseball season began in 1920, but the museum is sharing a series over social media called the 101 Facts of the Negro Leagues. And for the 7th inning stretch in this project, we will share the fact of the day from the Negro League Baseball Museum. Today's will be shared by Trey Turner. All right, here we go. Hilton Smith is on the mound for Kansas City. Naaman Washington steps into the box for the Indianapolis ABCs. We're using basic Strat. Here's the first pitch of the game. 6-5 is a drive by Naaman Washington, and it's a left field gap in near center field. The ball hits the wall and stays at the base of the wall. He'll be in the second base with a stand-up double. Here is Specs Clark, shortstop for the ABCs. Hilton Smith goes into the stretch, and here's his pitch. 6-3 off his card. Slow roller to the left of the mound. Hilton Smith goes and gets it, flips it to first. Meanwhile, Washington goes to third. The ABCs will have the first run of the game 90 feet away. They're threatening in the first. That brings up Ben Taylor, the first baseman. He is a player manager for the ABCs. The Monarchs will play the infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch from Hilton Smith, 5-7. Line drive in the center field that'll fall in front of Turkey Stearns for a base hit and an RBI single for Ben Taylor. Washington scores 1-0 Indianapolis. That brings up Oscar Charleston, the center fielder for the ABCs. Hall of Famer is in his prime. He had 373 with 22 homers in 1922. Here's the pitch to Oscar Charleston. 1-9. Hilton Smith misses with a curveball in the dirt. Ball 4. Charleston takes first base. Free pass, first and second for the ABCs. As he keeps the line moving, there's only one out, one runs in. There is Crush Holloway. Smith looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. 4-4 off of his card. Fly ball medium depth. Turkey Stearns has it under control, picks it out of the sky, and the runners hold 2 outs. The ABCs are going to pile on here in the first inning. It's going to be up to Biz Mackey, the talented catcher for the ABCs. 361 hitter in 1922. Hilton Smith stretches and pitches. 5-5 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 3 outs. So Hilton Smith, a curveball pitcher for the Monarchs, limits the damage. 1-0 ABCs. We go to the bottom of the first. Monarchs coming to bat. On the mound for the ABCs is Jim Jeffries. They'll be facing Henry Milton, Boise Marshall, and Newt Allen in the first. Here's the pitch to Henry Milton. 2-10 is a ground ball to Ben Taylor at first base. He flips to Jeffers covering 1 away. Boise Marshall steps into the box. 6-3. Ground ball up the middle. Jeffries can't reach it. It's going to be a base hit for Boise Marshall. Marshall is a B stealer. Mackey is a 2-rated defensive catcher. I think Kansas City is going to hit and run in this situation. Marshall takes off. 5 on the hit and run chart is a ground ball to second base. Connie Day has to throw to first. Allen's out. Runner goes to second. Now Marshall's at second, 13 running speed. He gets +2 because there's 2 outs, so 15. If he gets an opportunity to try to score on a base hit. Willard Brown steps into the box for Kansas City. Hall of Famer. He hit .339 in 1938 with 29 home runs. Here is Jeffries' pitch to Willard Brown. 1-8. Line drive to center field. Split chance 18, double asterisk. That will score Marshall. Ties the game at 1. Should Turkey Stearns accept a mission of stealing second base, he is an ace stealer. 1-15, take 2 off. The 2 is a throwing arm of Biz Mackey on the back of his card. There goes Turkey Stearns. He's going to try to steal second. 1-13, he is safe. 9 is safe. Stolen base. Kansas City can threaten to take the lead here. Turkey Stearns at the plate. Here's the pitch to Jeffries. From Jeffries to Turkey Stearns. 2-10 is a... that's going to be a double. That ball mashed to the right center field gap, and that scores Willard Brown from second. Turkey Stearns has an RBI, and the Monarchs go on top 2-1. Got to put the first run up there, but it's up there and duly noted now. That brings up Buck O'Neill, future manager of the Monarchs. Current manager is Andy Cooper, who's on the pitching staff. But Buck O'Neill will later on manage the Monarchs, also be the first black coach in the major leagues with the coaching with the Chicago Cubs. There is O'Neill, pitch from Jeffries, and that stayed on the board. 6-12, those 6s are great Apba rolls, but not in Strat. 6-12 is a pop-up to the shortstop, Clark. He makes the catch. There's 3 outs, but the Monarchs take a 2-1 lead. We go to the top of the second. Hilton Smith returns to the mound for the Monarchs, completes his warm-up tosses, and Henry Brackman will lead off for the Indianapolis ABCs. Here's the pitch. 2-6, base on balls. Blackman takes first. D stealing is not a threat there. Connie Day, the second baseman, and 8th place hitter in the lineup. .612 is a pop-up to the first baseman. Buck O'Neill has it and makes the catch. In foul territory, 1 away. Here's the pitcher, Jim Jeffries, a 3-rated card. .24 is a ground ball toward third base. Boise Marshall scoops and makes the long throw check that short throw to second, and then over to first, it's a 5-4-3 double play. That ends the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. The ABC's 1 and the Monarchs 2. Chili Mayweather leads off for the Monarchs in the bottom of the second, 4-6. Flap or line out to the shortstop, Clark, 1 down. Here's the catcher, Harry Else. "5-8" is a fly ball to right field. Crush Holloway takes major. He picks it out of the sky, 2 outs. And now Hilton Smith. Some cards in this Diamond Gem set have pitchers who will have batting cards. Hilton Smith is one of them. Dangerous hitter for a pitcher, 308 with 6 homers. There's a pitch to Hilton Smith. 212 is a line drive to second base. Connie Day makes the catch. He's playing just the right spot. 3 up and 3 down for the Monarchs. We go to the top of the third. Kansas City 2 and Indianapolis 1. David Washington led off the game with a double and scored the only run for Indianapolis. He leads off here in the third. 4-11. Fly ball toward Henry Milton in right field. The 20 die says 8. He's a 2. He makes the catch. 1 away. Specs Clark. 1-6 is going to be a line drive single, solid base hit for Specs Clark. He is 1 for 2. C stealing. 1-11. Else is +1 arm, so 1-12 will be his chances if he decides to steal second base. Ben Taylor's the batter, 375 hitter. We're going to hit and run here. Here's the pitch. 6-8. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hilton Smith gets a tough hitter here on strikes. Another one strides to the plate. That is Oscar Charleston. Swings the bat from the left side. Here's the pitch to Oscar Charleston. 6-7. Is a split chance, and that's going to be a base hit. 1-6, it's a 4. So a single, and it's a double asterisk. So Clark goes to third. ABCs have runners at first and third with 2 outs. They'll bring up Crush Holloway. Holloway flied to center his first time up. 3-4 is a fly ball to the left side. It looks like Chili Mayweather has it under control. He makes the catch. That's the end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Monarchs 2 and the ABCs 1. Henry Milton will lead off the bottom of the third inning for the Monarchs. He was nicknamed The Streak and was a 5-year All-Star for the Kansas City Monarchs, leading off in their lineup in college at Wiley College. He played football and was in the same backfield as 2 other Negro League players, Pat Patterson and Byron Johnson. Here is the pitch to Henry Milton to start off the last of the third. 5-8 is a fly ball to right field. Crush Holloway takes measure and makes the catch. 1 down. Brings up Boise Marshall. Marshall has singled his first time up and scored the Monarchs' first run in the game. 5-7. That's a split chance, and it's a single, just missed a triple by 1 number. Boise Marshall holds it first. He is 2 for 2. B stealing possibilities. Newt Allen, they hit and run in this situation the last time. There's 1 out. They're going to let Allen choose his pitch. 5-5. Base on balls. Patience by Newt Allen. First and second for the Monarchs. Jim Jeffries is working himself into some trouble. Here is Willer Brown. The sun was kind of playing with the lighting, so I think we'll close the curtain, see if that's better for the screen. I think it will be better. All right, 1 out, 2 on, the pitch to lower ground. 6-8 is a 1-7 base hit. Otherwise, it's a line out to the second baseman, Connie Day. 2 outs. Here is Turkey Stearns, Hall of Famer. 3-3 is a ground ball to Day. Throw to first. 3 outs, and that's it for the Monarchs. In the third, we go to the top of the fourth, 2-1, Kansas City. Biz Mackey leads off the fourth. He was Roy Campanella's mentor. There's a pitch to Biz Mackey. 5-6 is a fly ball to center field. Turkey Stearns is under it. Makes the catch. Mackey's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly out. Here is Henry Blackman, the third baseman. He walked his first time up. 2-11. Ground ball to Newt Allen at second base. He's got it. Sidearm throw to Buck O'Neill at first. 2 outs. Connie Day. 6-7. Split chance. 2. That's going to be a base hit for Connie Day. 2 outs. The ABCs have a runner. But the pitcher coming up. Pitch to Jim Jeffries is a 4-8 off the pitcher card pop-up. Buck O'Neill has it at first base. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Kansas City Monarchs. And Buck O'Neill, who caught the last out, leads off the bottom of the fourth for Kansas City. This game started like a house of fire, both teams scoring in the first inning, but both pitchers have restored some order here. 2-10 is a line drive to third base. Blackman's got it. 1 out. Chili Mayweather. 6-8. Split chance base hit for Mayweather. C stealing. 1-9 with a catcher modification. Here is Harry Else, the catcher for the Monarchs. 2-8 is a pop-up toward third base. In fair territory, Blackman calls for it and hauls it in. 2 down, and that brings up Hilton Smith, the pitcher. No easy chance here, though. Jeffries in the stretch. Here is the pitch to Hilton Smith. 3-5 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Clark is up with it. Throws to Ben Taylor at first. That's it for the Monarchs. In the fourth, we go to the top of the fifth, 2-1 Kansas City. All right, we'll begin the third time through their order for Hilton Smith. Naaman Washington steps into the box for the ABCs. 1-7 is the roll, and that's a ground ball to the third baseman, Boise Marshall, to throw to first. 1 away. Specs Clark. 6-10 off the pitcher card. That's a fly ball to Turkey Stearns in center field, 2 outs. Player manager Ben Taylor. 1 for 2, singled and struck out. 5-8 is a fly ball to Henry Milton in right field. So the ABCs go without a whimper in the fifth inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-1 Kansas City. James Jeffries started his career with the Indianapolis ABCs in 1913 as an outfielder. And by 1916, when the ABCs defeated the Chicago American Giants in the playoffs, Jim Jeffries, George Shively, and Oscar Charleston formed probably one of the fastest outfields in baseball. But he gravitated toward the mound later in his career. He was an underhand pitcher, and he is ready to go through the Monarchs order for the third time. Henry Milton steps into the box. 1-7 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Milton reverses course and goes back to the bench. A strikeout victim, 1 down. Boise Marshall. .110 is a ground ball back to Jeffries. He's got it. Flips to first. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Newt Allen. .16 is a drive for Newt Allen. It won't get over the wall. It bounces off the wall. It's a double for Newt Allen. Willer Brown drove in 122 runs. He has a chance to add to that RBI total. He is 1 for 2 and has an RBI in this game and a stolen base. Pitch to Willer Brown, 1-6. That's a drive. It might be. It could be. Naaman Washington looks up, and it is over the wall, a 2-run home run by Willer Brown. Makes the score Kansas City 4 and Indianapolis 1. Base is clear, courtesy of Willer Brown. Here is Turkey Stearns. 6-3 is a ground ball to the pitcher, Jeffries. 15 is muffed by Jeffries, and that's going to be an error. E1. Buck O'Neill. All right, Jim Jeffries got the first 2 outs, strikeout, and a little ground ball back to himself, but it's been fireworks since then. Double homer error. Buck O'Neill steps into the box. 6-7. Base hit for Buck O'Neill. 1-15 gets the base runner Stearns a third. I'm pretty, let's see. Stearns is a 1-15 plus 2. There's 2 outs, 1-17. -1, the throwing arm of the right fielder. 1-16. Let's try to go to third. Safe at third. O'Neill goes to second on the throw. As I let A and B runners advance a base on throws to try to get the lead runner. Here is Chili Mayweather. There's 2 outs, second and third. Mayweather is the 7th hitter in the lineup. 268. Man on deck hits 291. The pitch to Mayweather. 2-5 is a fly ball to center field. That'll end the inning. Oscar Charleston puts it away, but the Monarchs scored 2, and they take a 4-1 lead going into the 6th inning. Willer Brown gets a nice round of applause as he goes back to his position as shortstop to reassume his defensive responsibilities. Oscar Charleston steps into the box against Hilton Smith. Now the ABCs down by 3, 2-10, is a base hit for Oscar Charleston. Stayed on that curveball and took it the other way for a base hit to the left. He is 2 for 2. He's been on base 3 times, also with a walk. B stealing. Down by 3 now. Crush Holloway. .110 is a ground ball B. Ground ball to Buck O'Neill at first base. That's going to be a fielder's choice. O'Neill made a good throw to the shortstop, Willer Brown, to get that out at second, so Charleston's off the base pass. 3-6. And Crush Holloway is the base runner at first. That brings the bat Biz Mackey at 361 average. He's a line drive hitter. Pitch to Biz Mackey is a 5-7. That's going to be a base hit for Biz Mackey. And it's 2 asterisks. So the runner goes to third, first and third. ABC's making some noise with 1 out. Here's Henry Blackman. Henry Blackman was a sad story in the Negro Leagues. Defensively, he was considered on a pair with Judy Johnson and Oliver the Ghost Marcel. His nickname was the Galloping Ghost. But he only lived until 1924. He was signed by the Baltimore Black Sox by manager Pete Hill. And in July, in fact, just let's see, 2 weeks after July 26th, So he turned up dead. He went to a doctor's office with a throat ailment and ended up dying. The autopsy said a liver ailment. Very popular player. Over 1,000 fans followed the moving of his body to the Pennsylvania Railroad station. And it was sent to Texas for internment. Henry Blackman steps into the box. He's got a chance to put the ABCs back into this game. There's only one down. Infield's playing back for a double play. 1-6 is a high drive toward left field, very deep. It'll stay in the ballpark, caught by Chili Mayweather. The runner on third tags and will score on the sacrifice fly. So Crush Holloway becomes the ABC's second run. It is 4-2. Lead is cut in half. 2 outs. Connie Day. If we're walking to get to the pitcher, that puts a runner in scoring position. Day is 1 for 2. Pitcher's 0 for 2. I think I'll go ahead and walk him. Day goes to first. Mackey takes second. All right, manager Ben Taylor says, I'll take a look at that and bring in Lewis Hampton to pitch hit for the pitcher, a .356 hitter, Lewis Hampton. William Ross is warming up in the bullpen. He'll pitch in the 7th inning or bottom of the 6th inning. So Jeffries leaves the game, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs allowed. Here's a pitch to Lewis Hampton. 3-8 is a tight split, 1-2. It's a single, it's a 3. Line drive right to Boise Marshall, playing in the right place, 3 outs. And the Monarchs move pays off. But the ABCs get 1 in the 6th. It's 4-2, Kansas City. William Ross takes the mound for the Indianapolis ABCs, 7-9, with a 4.88 ERA. Henry Else, the catcher for the Monarchs, will hit for Kansas City. That's a 5-6. Fly ball to center field. That's Oscar Charleston. The great Oscar puts it away, 1 down. Hilton Smith sometimes plays right field when he's not pitching. In fact, through this tournament, he'll always play right field. He's the Ohtani of this league. Hilton Smith steps into the box. 3-5. It's a ground ball to the shortstop. Clark has it. Throws to Ben Taylor at first. 2 down. And back to the top of the order, Henry Milton. Six, 7. Fly ball to right field. Crush Holloway makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Monarchs. We go to the top of the 7th. 4-2 Kansas City. All right, the ABCs scored by a double and single in the first inning, and then they base hit, another hit, and a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th. They're down by 2. Hilton Smith still on the mound for Kansas City. Here's the pitch to Raymond Washington. 3-9 is a fly ball to center field. Turkey Stearns is under it and makes the catch. Specs Clark. Full house crowd here in Kansas City at 22nd in Brooklyn Avenue. Everyone dressed to the nines. Here's the pitch to Clark. 6-7 is a split chance. That's going to be a base hit to right field by Specs Clark. 1 out, 1 on. C. Steeler. A little better than a half a chance. Ben Taylor, 375 hitter on the mound. They're going to try to put together a bigger inning and not get him thrown out, trying to steal second. That's a 4-7. Ground ball to second base, X. That one goes to Newt Allen, who flips to his shortstop, Willard Brown, at second to throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. Taylor's at first. Clark is out at second. 4-6, 2 outs. Now the great Oscar Charleston steps into the box. Swings from the left side. Here's the pitch to Oscar Charleston. 3-7 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That sets down the ABCs in the seventh, 4-2, Kansas City.
Although Jackie Robinson started at shortstop for only one game of his illustrious Major League career, he displayed his skills at shortstop with the Kansas City Monarchs. Robinson made his professional debut as a shortstop and started all 32 games at the position during the 1945 season with the Monarchs.
William Ross did a nice job in the bottom of the sixth inning. In relief, he's back out there to pitch to the Monarchs in the seventh. Boise Marshall steps into the box. Monarchs third baseman. 6-10 is a fly ball to Oscar Charleston in center field. Marshall's retired. One down. Newt Allen. 2-8. That's a pop-up. In the infield, Clark calls for it, and Specs Clark puts it away. 2 outs. Here's Willard Brown. He's having a big day with 2 for 3, home run, and 3 RBIs, plus a stolen base. The pitch to the Hall of Famer Willard Brown is I'm going to count that, 4-5. Ground ball X to shortstop. Specs Clark is a 3. 13-3 is an error by Specs Clark. E6, rounds on. Second error made by the ABCs. Turkey Stearns. 284 hitters, 17 home runs. 2-7 is a pop-up to first base. Ben Taylor is under it and makes the catch. We go to the 8th inning. The Kansas City Monarchs 4, the ABCs 2. Crush Holloway, Bismacki, and Blackman are the scheduled hitters in the top of the 8th inning. Hilton Smith is pitching in his fatigue inning. I go 7 innings with the starters. Relievers, their point of fatigue comes in the second inning of their work. And like I do in Apba, if 3 things go wrong, then they are fatigued. 2 fly. Crush Holloway hits it on the screws, but it's going to stay in the ballpark toward right field. Henry Melton makes the catch. 1 away. Here's Bismacki. For 7, ground ball at second base X. Allen is a 2. 12-2 is going to be an out. Newt Allen makes the play. Henry Blackman. 5-7 is a split chance. That's going to be a drive. Right center field. It gets between Milton and Stearns and goes to the wall. It's going to be a triple by Henry Blackman. Indianapolis still has a 350 hitter on deck, so I think they're going to go ahead and Kansas City's going to pitch to Connie Day. Hilton Smith into the line. The infield is playing back. 6-6. Split chance is a base hit, double asterisk. That's going to score Blackman. Connie Day delivers, drives in the 3rd run for the ABCs. It's 4-3. All right, Harry Roberts will pinch hit for the Indianapolis ABCs. And that'll be the end of the day for William Ross. 2 innings pitched, no earned runs allowed, and Carr is warming up in the bullpen. 2 outs, 1 on. He is a potential tying run at first base. Pitch from Hilton Smith. 3-4 is a ground ball to third base. Boise Marshall has it, and a throw to first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City 4, Indianapolis 3. Wayne Carr comes in relief to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning for the Indianapolis ABCs. He played 9 years in the Negro Leagues and played with 9 different teams. And then when his playing days were done, he was a manager of the Miami Giants, I think in 1934. Wayne Carr will have Buck O'Neil, Chili Mayweather, and the catcher Else to pitch to in the 8th inning. Kansas City now only up by a penny. Here's the pitch. 2-6 is a ground ball to the shortstop, Specs Clark. Buck O'Neill is thrown out, 1 out. Chili Mayweather. Six, 10. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Really pitching for Indianapolis has been outstanding today. They had the total 4 innings, as the start only went 5. 3-5 is a base hit by Harry Else. Base hit over the third baseman's head. Hilton Smith, the pitcher, comes up to bat. He has 2 marks against his fatigue. He's going to stay in this game and try to pitch. He's going to try to pitch a complete game. They may take him out. They want to definitely have his bat. He's a 308 hitter. Here's the pitch to Hilton Smith. 1-6 is a base hit, double asterisk. So Else goes a third, and Hilton delivers a single. First and third, Monarchs. They're going to try to add to their lead here in the 9th. Get that right. Or bottom of the 8th. We're still in the bottom of the 8th. Henry Newton. 290 hitter. Chance to put more on the board. 4-7. That's a base hit. And Smith will stop at second. Mayweather scores. RBI single by Henry Milton. Monarchs are up 5-3. That's an important run. Boise Marshall. 2-4 is a pop-up on the infield. Specs Clark calls for it and makes the catch. But the Monarchs add a run in the 8th to match the one that the ABCs put up in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th, Kansas City 5 and Indianapolis 3. All right, Monell Moses and Ed Barnes are warming up in Kansas City's bullpen, but Hilton Smith returns to pitch the 9th inning. He has only 1 mark left on his fatigue. He's going to try to throw a complete game, though. We're in the top of the 9th inning. 3 chances left for the ABCs. That's the top of the order. Naaman Washington. Here's the pitch to Washington. 3-7 is a base on balls. That's how Indianapolis would like to start this inning. And that's it for Hilton Smith. Timeout. All right, Monell Moses will be called on to try to close this game out for the Kansas City Monarchs. Specs Clark steps into the box. And the base runner is a B Steeler. You could go and try to break up the double play. His run doesn't count, so I don't think they're willing to risk it. Here's the pitch to Specs Clark. He's just going to try to get the ball in the air and not on the ground. 2-6. It's hit on the ground to the shortstop. Willard Brown goes to second. Over to Buck O'Neill at first. It's a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs. And just what the doctor ordered for the Monarchs, Monell Moses delivers. Here's Ben Taylor, and he can't beat a potential tie and run. The bases are clear. Pitch to the player manager of the ABCs is a 6-12. That's going to be a ground ball second base X. 18 to Newt Allen is a 2. That's going to be an out. Allen makes the play, and that's the ball game. Final score, the Kansas City Monarchs 5. The Indianapolis ABCs 3. That's how this tournament starts. We'll be back with a wrap-up. Good ball game here today. The ABCs scored 3 runs on 9 hits. They committed 2 errors. The Monarchs of Kansas City scored 5 runs on 11 hits. Everybody in their starting lineup hit safely in the game, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher was Hilton Smith. 8 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. And Jim Jeffers takes the loss. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs allowed. Willard Brown, the Kansas City shortstop, sometimes he plays in the outfield, but he plays short against left-handed pitchers. And he is the star of the day today. He hit the game's only home run, was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a stolen base. Willard Brown, today's star of the game. The back of Willard Brown's Ted Williams Card Company baseball card from about 1992 or 3 tells us his nickname was Sonny. I didn't know that. Born in Shreveport, Louisiana in 1915. Willard Brown, he is a member of the Hall of Fame. power hitter in the Negro Leagues, today's star of the game. Hope you enjoyed this. We're going to be doing this for a couple of weeks, and it's going to be a fun series, I believe. I included the Negro Leagues in a tournament about a year and a half ago with on the Apba side, and they did rather well. Hillbill Daisies did real well in that tournament, and a couple other teams were very competitive in that huge championship team tournament in Apba. This is with Strat. I like one thing that Strat does with the Diamond Gem set here is they give you a booklet that gives you a rundown on each of the teams and also shows you starting lineups against right-handed and left-handed pitchers. So I like that. All right, if you like what you see, hit the subscription button. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.